You may have already formed an opinion about this, but there's talk about MLS being the first league to do video replay. I don't know if you had thought about it before this came about, but what's your opinion about that in terms of would be a good idea for the league?
Why don't you ask me that Thursday?
It just come out Thursday.
My head's not on that right now.
Oh, you mean this Thursday?
My head's on this game tomorrow. So to be honest with you, because of the quick turnaround, I immediately forgot about anything that happened in the game that I wasn't pleased about. So I haven't thought twice about it. But
no, just from the sake of,
as far as replays, yeah. I mean, obviously, when you have calls go against you, then obviously you're an advocate for it, aren't you?
Right.
When you have them maybe go for you, then maybe you don't want them, the replay. So I think if there's a way to do it, but I don't know how they would do it. I think they've talked about it for a lot of years, but I think coming up with a way to do that where it doesn't chop the game up is really difficult in our sport. Obviously, the two calls, if there was a replay, then we get 3 points. So yeah, if they can figure out a way to do it, I think it'd be good. But I don't know how they do it, to be honest with you.
When you mean chop the game up, it means because soccer's constant as opposed to like NFL football.
Yeah, if they can do it where it's quick,
yeah.
Where it's quick, where within 5 seconds they know, okay, done. It was offsides, or no, wasn't a penalty, wasn't a handball, right? Because there is human error. Okay, and I understand, make mistakes. That's why for me on the offsides, he was off. But for a linesman to be able to see that, it's hard. It's really hard. So it's hard to really be too upset about that play overall because it was really close, but he was off. Now if you do the replay, he's off. So and then obviously on the handball, it's not handball, but it's hard because his arms are there and it's hard to see that. So my only 2 cents is if it's close, I think you'd benefit the attacker on the offside. So again, I would want it that way on the attacking side. If it is close and they score a goal like that, I'm okay with them letting it go. So that's why I'm not complaining about that call, even though he was off.
So on the flip side with Liam,
with that one, for me, if it's close, you don't call PK. That's just my opinion. Because I think those are decisions that change a game. So if it is close, whether it's a foul in the box or a handball, I personally think, in my opinion, if it's close, you don't call PKs because those change games because of one moment. Now, if it's obvious and it's clear and there's no shadow of a doubt, then you call it because obviously it's a foul and it's a PK. But if it's close, that's where I think good refs make good decisions in those moments and they don't change games in one moment if it's close. So if there's a way to work it out where replays can, be integrated into our game in a way that doesn't run the game and chop it up and make it a circus, then I'm all for it. But I think we've talked about this, for a lot of years and no one's ever come up with a way to do it. So probably because it's, like I said, really hard to figure it out how to do it.
Caleb, is the process for preparing for a team like Columbia